Street dreams, hope they turn into reality. Cause nowadays all I ever see is casualties. Another homie dead, caught up in a drive-by. He got shot up in the head, they don't know why. Why the good die young and the old die broke? And the only way to make it if you selling that dope. Day by day it's getting more impossible to cope. Cause they killing so it's possible it's murder that he wrote. I gotta smoke to take away the stress that's been building. I wonder if it's a test when I catch feelings. Ask my homie Block if he can pray for me. He told me hold my head, the Lord will make a way for me. So now I'm living proof that you can make a living too. Stay on your grind, and in time he'll deliver you. I'm on a bigger level now, like a bigger youth. The marathon continues, my nigga, that's what I'm giving you. Overstand they playing different, bitch, and underhand. Cause nowadays even solid homies take the stand.
Product of the 90s.
Welcome everyone. Keeping It Real show. G-Lew, Big D. Let's talk about it. What up, everyone in the chat? Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to our producer, DD Hairston. Got the homie Big D. He is here. Shout out to the House of Tattoos. Megalicious, So Vicious. What up?
When family, hear that music, hear that vibe. Monday night.
Trying to get everyone in the mood right quick. Okay. Welcome everyone. That is Big D. I'm G-Lew. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. What are we talking about tonight, Big D?
Oh man, before we talk about it, man, let me just say this, man. Make this one of your YouTube channels that you guys watch consistently. We like all your subscription, all the support, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed to a channel that talks about positivity and respect. That's how we're going to get started.
That part right there. Hold on, let me switch it up here. Okay.
What's up, baby? How you doing, Megalicious? I see you. Ellie, I see you. How's everybody doing? House, how you going, baby? I don't know about those Picker Steelers, baby, but I see you.
Shout out to the house. Shout out to Elliot Delgado. Megalicious, So Vicious once again. Shout out to my sister Monica is in the building. What up, Monica?
What up, baby?
Everyone else out there, man. You know, welcome to the show again. We got another great show in store for you all tonight. I think we were off last week. You know, it's life and stuff. And then after this week, I don't know when Big D's ready, but I think we're probably going to make some changes to the times or dates. Because once football starts, you know, we got to figure out all that out. You know, it depends on, you know, how you guys feel or what you want to do, or me and Big D will talk about it. But we'll figure that part out. But, you know, nonetheless, we're here tonight on a Monday night, just another Manic Monday. It's August 22nd, 2022. And I am G-Lew, and that's the homie Big D. We're keeping it real, and we're talking about it tonight, making a difference. Big D, tell them what's going on with tonight, homie.
That's right, man. Like you said, like Pop said, another hot topic, man. And my thought right now with everyday life, how people are just living it, is everybody making a difference in their life, man, basically, you know? So I thought I'd just come out and we just share this, you know, all together, man, and give us your guys' opinion and how you guys feel about it. Don't forget to leave comments, because it's not only our channel, you guys are part of the program, you guys are a community, and we do appreciate you guys, and we want you guys' feedback. So with that being said, man, making a difference, you know, with a lot of stuff that's been taking place in, you know, everybody's life and minds and everybody else's, man, I find out, you know what I mean, that people still can make a difference in people's lives, man. You know, me especially, I've been finding out, man, I still, you know, like to get involved with your community, but making a difference for me starts at home.
Right.
How you guys feel about that? But for me, it starts at home. You know, I'm responsible for a wife, I'm responsible for a child, and I'm basically responsible for myself. And if you guys feel that, you know, making a difference starts in the house, you know what I mean? Give it a thumbs up. It has to start with you first. You know, everything's a self-reflection, an image of yourself. You know, what you put out there, what you label yourself as, you know, people take, you know what I mean? They take notes, right? You know how it is. You know, they go out there, they're going to say, oh, G-Lew does this, you know, Big D does that, you know what I mean? So people are looking for positivities in their lives, you know, somebody that could be an example. And basically throughout the latter years, you know, you become an example in some cases, and depending on what you acquire and what you've seen in your experiences in life. Me, myself, I like to use myself as an example. I like to give back to the community. I like to get involved in the community. That's another way of contribution. Get involved in your community. Know your surroundings. Know who lives around you. Even if it's the people that live in your apartment complex, man. Like I said, I had a special opportunity daily. You know, I'm always talking. Young child that's upstairs, you know, that lives in my community, and I'm always giving them positive feedback. You know, so you know, I'm looking that, you know, I'm trying to make a difference in this child's life. You know, he don't have a father, or I don't know what the situation is, you know, what the relationship between his mom and dad for. But I come out and I try to give him inspiration and just give him that encouraging feedback. So, you know, making a difference goes a long way, man. People a lot of times do it for bad reasons, but that stuff gets exposed and you can see it coming a mile away. And it's the hard things that we do that doesn't get recognized. You know, when you're making a difference, when you're doing positive things, a lot of people don't realize it. You know, a lot of people are hard. They can't even accept it. You know, they don't know when you're trying to do something for them, helping them in a needy way. You know, a lot of times I go and I give back, you know, how in my community, right? I go back to 7-Eleven. You know, you got, you know, unfortunately, you still got people that are out there, you know, they struggle. And then, you know, you try to give them not only money, but when I bless them in a certain way, you know, I try to give that positive feedback. Like I said, I like to acknowledge them, name, not number, not address, because common sense, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're there. But just a little that you do, and it can make a difference in their life, man. And that's what this topic's all about. Make a difference in somebody's life.
That part right there. Let's talk about it. Haha.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
So you know, it's crazy, man, because check this out, Pops. I know I try to make a difference in my wife's life, right? And you're probably gonna say, like, how? Well, one of the reasons, man, is just going to the gym, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, I work out. She sees my dedication. She sees that, you know, how serious I am and making changes in my life. And when you're trying to make, when you're making a difference, you're making changes as well.
Right.
You know, there's some things that you have to change in your life in order to make a difference. You
Right.
know, that's why people who are struggling or having a hard time making a difference, you have to make some changes in your life. You know, just go back to the basics and look at how your lifestyle, how you're living. I ain't judging nobody, and I don't think my partner is either. You know, but all I know is that we're saying is that in order to get, you know, a lot of people, they take 2 steps backwards and 1 step forward. And that's just life, you know? But at the same time, the world keeps on turning, man. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing new to us.
That's very true. Nothing is new under the sun. The world keeps on turning. It's the same things that happen, just new faces. I mean, the game stays the same. It's just things change, but everything is the same. Like you said, as it always is. Go ahead.
And you know, and you look at it, you can see it in today's generation, right? Back in the days, you know, people were talking about, you know, making a difference. You know, I was in my neighborhood, you know, I was trying to make a difference as a young lad, as a young gangster, you know, as a young, you know what I mean, loco, somebody that was out there that had no contributions, no morals, no values, just going out there trying to make a bad difference in the community. And throughout the years, you start realizing that the, you know, the gun battles, you know, the loneliness, the destruction, the hurts, I had to make a difference somewhere else, because this stuff starts impacting you. You know, the things in life, you know, if you don't make differences in your life, you know, so the weight and the struggle could start impacting your life, man. It could be financially, it could be physically, mentally. Like I just gave a little sample, you know, me and my wife, I give her motivation when I go to the gym. But when you inherit something from a young child, it doesn't mean that, you know, what you're taught at a young child, it's going to make, you're going to be a good example growing older. You know, that's not guaranteed, because a lot of of our households are destructive and brutal, you know what I mean? And real sad, you know what I mean? And that's where it comes generational, where the next child or the next daughter comes up and they're apprehending, you know, your shortcomings and your faults. And then you're trying to tell these children to make a difference in their life when they had a lot of trauma backwards, you know? So It doesn't mean that, every time, I get it. A lot of people say, man, well, I don't live that kind of life, or you had it easy when you were coming up, or your mom and dad went to school. I get that, but somewhere on the line, I was able to find a difference in my life. I was able to go to a dead end and say, man, you have to go through something. There's some things you're gonna have to go through, whether you're good.
That's the only way you grow. That's the only way you grow and get better. If you don't go through anything, you don't grow. When you go through something, you're growing through something, really. You know what I mean? So you got to go through stuff to grow through stuff, homie, and learn. Unless, if not, that's what life gives us, lessons. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes they're good. But it all comes with life, bro. You make it through it, though. The worst things we've been through, we're still here.
Right. But when I look at this generation these days, it seems like they don't want to grow. It seems they just want to know
about this younger generation, huh?
They just want to know. They don't want to grow. They want to know. You know what I'm saying? At 12 years old, I know this.
Right.
At 14 years old, I know that. By the time they're 18, you know what I mean? They know that they are allowed by law to go purchase a gun. But they don't know what a difference a gun can make and what a gun do. They just want to know. I could do this. I could hustle, get this money now. I could cut this clout now. I could fact check this, and they're just
now. They're just in the now. Definitely.
Yeah, they want to know.
You're not thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah, but they don't want to go through the process of learning, because that's how you make a difference. You got to go through something like we were just talking about. Let's talk about it. You have to go through.
Talk about it.
That's why these people are the great leaders, the great examples, our forefathers. You know what I mean? That are making moves in our household. Basically, me myself, I like to make. I look at my daughter and I pray and I hope that she becomes something more than I am. That's
Definitely.
making a difference.
That's how it's supposed to be,
right? I know. Yeah. I'm over here. I'm an ex-gang member. Been through. I didn't have a father. I had a mother that we didn't have a real relationship. Been in many broken relationships and done seen horrible things, some more than others. I never went to other people they could tell you, but that's not this is not what we're saying. I'm saying that, it comes from the household. It's making a difference. I want my daughter to be different. I want my daughter to be more, learn, the morals and the values that we taught her, which was, if you have compassion, if you have forgiveness, if you have understanding, that's how you make a difference. Right. You got to teach your principles. When I went to the streets, what principles they were teaching me? How to defend and who's my enemy were. Not was, but who they were. And at that time, I installed that at a young age and thought that, okay, so we're sponsoring negativity. This is the difference that I'm gonna be making. But like, all right, and I ran with that. And it brought me a lot of tutorial, a lot of hell, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of confusion. And I was at that time, I was just like, man, I want no part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
right.
I want no part of this. You know what I mean? I have to make a difference. And it came to a certain part in my life that I had to turn away and walk away from something that I thought I was going to be for the rest of my life. And that's really hard, because when you go through things, and you see that you're changing yourself, you can't take everybody with you. Not everybody's going to be on your same boat.
Everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go. And then I go back 10 years, 13 years later, and fortunately, I see some of my brothers that are out there, and guess what they're doing? The
same thing. Yeah.
Not making a difference.
Yeah.
Not apprehending themselves, not making the better choices. But
what do you think is a product of like you said, when you're there and you're just around the same, you have to, again, like you said, grow. So you have to do different things and explore different things and try to do different things besides staying in doing the same thing. Not, I wouldn't say the same environment, because everyone's in the environment if you have to be there, but it's what are you doing in the environment or with your time. You know what I mean? Right. Especially like you said, years later when we're older, you gotta, you gotta grow, man. And you know what I mean? You can still be yourself and real and all of that, but you gotta grow. That's the only way you're gonna teach. You can't be out there. That's the thing too. Younger homies probably don't respect older dudes. If you're out there with them, now you're doing the same thing they're doing, and now they're probably surpassing you or doing other stuff, and You know what I mean? It's like they're not gonna respect you that way. You gotta be the real big homie and be able to grow and do things you can come back and show the younger homies. You know what I mean? Ways to do it better and ways to grow, because you gotta grow. You get older.
Right. And that's a good terminology and a good way of describing it, bro. You know what I mean? That's another good way. Making a difference is growing, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
And a lot of people, let's just say it. My wife even tells me sometimes, grow up, boy. You're acting like a kid, act your shoe size. Even my wife, the way she is, she'll keep it real, man, to the world. And sometimes I need to hear that, because sometimes, I could be in a downward situation, or I could act like I know it all. It's sad to say we're in a generation, everybody knows everything. I know it all. You know why? Because social media, you got all the entertainment, all the media that's out there. They just got to tap away, and they're not willing to live that life, And then the reason why, that's why their lives become shortcoming. That's why people get murdered. That's why people, because they're not knowing what's happening. Nobody's installing the positivity in them. They're not willing to make that difference. I didn't want to bring this up real quick, but I'm going to bring it up anyways. I just seen some guy on YouTube. A lot of people think I know what I'm talking about. If you're in the West Coast, got murdered the other day. Shout out to his family, man. Respect his family and everything. But he was coming out very aggressively, not wanting to make a difference.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Right.
The YouTuber dude.
Yeah, he didn't want to make a difference. Kept on. You can't. Let me tell you this. The Bible says this. You can't have one foot in, and you can't have one foot out. There's no way of playing. You can't be double-sided, double-minded.
You can't play double dutch, homie.
You can't play the double dutch, man. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get hurt. What's going to happen is make you honestly cost you your life. You know what I mean? Making a difference is all about decisions. And you got to make the right decisions. And that's why you can make bad decisions, and you can make your differences from there. Your choices go. We talk about choices. We talk about relationships matter. We talk about respect. How many things have we talked about on this show, right? That concludes, or we talk about every topic and subject that leads to next week, the week after. And that's why I appreciate this platform right here, because we don't talk about all that other stuff. Right. Let me mind you, we're trying to make a difference here, people. I'm not your everyday PhD philosophy. I went to school. I took a couple of, college courses and stuff. But see, making differences, it comes from the heart first, man. You want to make a difference, man, you got to do some soul searching. That's straight up. Two souls, what's up? We're talking about souls, man. But
shout out to the homegirl, Two Souls out there. What up?
Yeah, so that's the thing that, I just want to come out, want you guys
from bad to good.
All you people.
Let me see a couple comments, Big D. DD said, if the Bible says when they come, the Lord said, I don't know you, why shouldn't we? Why?
Oh, it says, oh, Lord, but we talk in your, we preach and we prophesied and cast out demons. And he's going to say, depart from me, because I never knew you. Well, because that's like anybody else. You know what I mean? That's like your relationship. Somebody tries to be your friend and they're not. I mean, these are hypocritical people, and a lot of people, it's crazy because when you're making a difference, when you're doing positivity things in your community, especially in your lifestyle, people are hating.
Right.
And I hate to say it, family's hating even more.
Oh, yeah.
You just think your average boss and your average guy down on the street are hating on you. No, your family hates you, man. That's why you see relationships. Your wife hates you. Your ex-wife, husband hates you. You know what I mean? It's like, what differences are you making? These are choices that we're talking about. These are episodes. You guys got to go back to the G-Lew show from the beginning, from day one, right? Where's all my day oneers at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why this platform, and if you come onto mine, in the intermingle, and we talk about positivity, love, forgiveness, show compassion, man. That's how you make a difference in things life. Everybody thinks you got to pull a strap. You got to put money out. You got to put the next video out. You got to be the best social media out there. It ain't none of that, man. If you do things from your heart, people, you make big differences, man.
That part. Shout out to the homie, Fernie Fern. What up, Fern?
Fern, I haven't seen Fernie Fern in a minute, homie. How you doing, big? I hope you're making a difference right now. Tune in and hit that like button. If you guys want to make a difference, hit that like button, man. Straight up, man. Show
That
some
part.
support, man. You know what I'm saying? Show some love, you know.
That part.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy, man. But yeah, man, you know, like I said, man, make a difference, man. You know, never settle on YouTube. Like I said, don't go on your social media. You know, one thing you probably could make, you know, that where G-Lew makes a difference on that Sunday night oldies, man, when we're having a bad day and you just gotta eat something, hear something, see something. These are the differences that we're looking for, man. Positivity, man. What's gonna build you up, you know? Things that are going to encourage you and motivate you, man. I see Pops go out there to the gym, and guess what? He's making a difference, man. Guess what? Big D's got to go hit it 3 times this week, baby. We got to look.
We got to get active. We got to get active, people.
Yeah, man. We got to be active. Whether you're West Coast active, East Coast active, North, you just got to be active. Period.
You just got to be active. Period.
Ain't no cut corners on this.
Cutting corners,
man. You know, whether you're going to be all in or all out, man. That's just straight up. And this is the differences we got to make, man. And let me tell you something too. You know, I played a little football. You guys know. I'm pretty sure a lot of us, you know, we play sports when we're in school or when we're growing up in our local communities and stuff like that. Like so I'm saying, make a difference in your community, man. Support. You want to make a difference? Go be a teacher. Go be a big brother, a big sister. You know, there's always way how you can make a difference in your community and do things that are right and positive. But let me go back to what I was sharing. You know, I was able to play not really football because of my credits and all that. So, you know, they cut me. I had to go to continuation, and then, you know, my whole gangbang story starts from there. Whatever. Make a long story short, I was given an opportunity like 20 years later to coach a football team, like a young football team. And, you know, right there, that was a blessing, man. I'm going to be honest with you, because that matured me. You know, making a difference brings a lot of maturity in your life. You know, because the impact and the things that we could do to people. You know, we come out here and when I do my platform, I don't know if G-Lew could speak for himself, but when I'm doing my thing, I'm trying to encourage people, man. I'm trying to motivate them. You guys see it comes from here. I'm not trying to candy coat anybody. I ain't saying that I'm perfect. You know, I'm just saying that, man, when you come out, man, make a difference in yourself. You know, start within yourself. You know, invest in yourself. You know, and I know a lot of us, you know, it's hard for us, you know. And I get it, you know, the things that we've been through, you know, the struggles that we obtained. But I'm going to let you guys know a little secret about that. You know, people who came out in hardship, been violated, been, you know, the worst has been thrown at them. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret. Okay? You guys are really listening, man, stay tuned in, because you're not the only one that's going through that. You're not the only one that's been there and done that. You know, this stuff's been happening for years, decades, centuries, since the beginning of time. And that's why it shocks me. Learn how to relate to people. You want to make a difference, man? Relate to people, man. I hope I can honestly, hey, Pops, can we relate one way? Heck yeah, man. You see us side to side right now. Look at that's a prime example of us, you know what I mean, working together. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make a difference, man. Yeah. That's where I go. And I went out and I saw some kids and I saw that I was impacting them and everything that a little that I learned in football, how you're given, you know, people give you responsibility. A parent will come up to me and give their kid 2 hours of my time and trying to make a difference in their life and hoping in everything that I'm not only teaching their kids everything that they need to know about football, but I'm guiding them at the same time, giving them the proper wording, giving them the proper description, showing them how to do plays. Hey, making a difference, I'm going to tell you guys, man, takes time. It takes time. It takes commitment. And that's why people don't want to make a difference, because they don't want to make a commitment, bro. That's real talk right there. That's keeping it real 100.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Hey.
Let me see.
You know what I say, Pops, about that one, man? You know, I don't believe in facts, people. Sorry, man. No disrespect to anybody out there. You know, the facts change all the time, man. You know what doesn't change is the truth. You know, straight up, man. You know?
My bad.
There it is. We're bringing it. See, we're vibing, people, man. You know, how many we got with us, man? You guys are our family, man. You guys are looking. You know, you guys help us to make that difference, man. When you guys come on this channel, and you guys come on my channel, man, you guys are making me better. You guys are making me sharper. You guys are just waking up a beast right now. That's all you're doing. But for the good, positive, you know, for the real, the real talk, you know. That's what I'm saying, man. There you go. Got that background. You guys see that? What do you think?
What they know about this right here?
It was the two of us kicking it day and night. Looking forward to the chance that we will get in the fight. Toe street boxing, putazos cada día. Then we met up with some vatos that belong to a pandilla. They hit us up, where you from? I said, no, man. They reply real quick and say, get jumped into a gang. Nosotros controlamos aquí, chavalas. We heard that you were tough, but sabes que we call the balas. I looked at my carnal, my homie, my dog. Before I had a chance, the guy says hit him with the log. Ran up to homeboy and I gave him a putazo. Pues tremendo grip, but todavía no hizo caso. They jumped me from behind, I tried to hold my ground. Before I knew it, man, my bitch body went down in a daze. De verdad no me recuerdo. All I could remember was my homie sufriendo. It only lasted about a minute or two, but to me, it seemed like it would never be through. After they rushed us, they came and shook our vices. Now they respect us, before they despised us. We're in a gang now, pues ni modo. Me and my homie became two down cholos. I remember you. I remember you. I said I remember
Bernie
you.
Fern.
It was yesterday, yesterday.
This is the homie from MC Force, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this is
him.
the homie from MC
Yep,
Force.
MC Boulevard. Yep,
Yeah, that was a feed.
that's a bad jam.
Yeah, it was, man. He dropped it on hard, man. But
Yeah,
like I said, man, you know, make that difference, Fernie. Go feed your kids. That's a prime example. That's right. Be responsible, homie. That's how you make a difference, man. You know.
that
But
part.
it's just crazy, man. You know what I mean? You know, get yourself involved in the community, man. Your family's your community. You know, your one dares are your community, man. You know, your coworkers are your community. You know, those who say, you know, those are your friends are your community, man. That's the, you know, whether you're gonna live and learn. Do you remember that song back in the days? You got to live and learn before your bridges burn. Who sings that? Man, I forgot who sings that, man. But that's the way it is, man. And like I said, the only way I was able to make differences and changes in my life, you guys got to remember, man, change difference. How you make a difference, it becomes you got to change.
Right.
That's the definition of it. You know, you want to make a difference, you need to change. You know, there's some things like I said, we got to change things in our life. I'm changing things every day in my life, man. Some of us got to change our underwears. I hope you guys are changing your underwear.
Oh man, oh my God, I hope so.
I mean, that's where you make a difference. I'm just talking about for those who don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Big D got some underwears, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
No, my bad. TMI, right? TMI. You guys want to be one of those channels where everybody's all sensitive. What? You know what I mean? Come on, baby. Let's not be sensitive today, man. You know, we were still rocking, man. We appreciate all you guys who are rocking with us. Keep it solid. Keep it moving, you know. Never fumbling like those Raiders. I mean, you know.
No. Oh.
You know?
Shout out to the Raiders, but I think we're 3-0 in preseason, man. You know, but preseason don't mean anything. But you know.
You would say that, man. You would say that, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
What other?
What do you think about that, Pops? Let me tell you that when people want to make a difference, what's your concept of it?
When people want to make a difference,
or making a difference, what does that mean to you?
Man, it's all about making it. Everything we should do, man. Every day we wake up and you know, we're blessed to wake up to another day, because guess what? Everyone doesn't make it every day, bro. So if you're blessed to wake up to another day, you have your health. You know what I mean? You have the amenity. You have things that, you know, everyone don't have. You know, there's people homeless. It's all people handicapped, people in jail, prison. You know, so if you can wake up every morning, homie, and can get up and go do what you got to do, you know what I mean? You should be trying to make a difference every day, not only for yourself, for other people. If you're responsible for other people, you have to be making a difference every day, bro, or else you're wasting time and you're wasting space. You know what I mean? You're blessed every day to be here, man, and have the things you have. Everyone doesn't have. I know sometimes we take it for granted. You know,
Right.
We get used to things, and even when we have a bad day, we think it's the end of the world and things should be better, and we judge, you know, the world we live in. We judge by other people. We look at other people's lives and why isn't ours that way, or this and that. We look at Instagram and we judge. Everything is. But at the bottom line, at the end of the day, you are blessed, bro. If you can get up in the morning, move your hands and walk and let alone have food in your refrigerator, and you have a car to get up and go to work to or wherever you need to go, bro. A few dollars in your bank account, it may not be where you want it, but if you can go get $20 out the bank, you know what I mean? You are blessed. So you need to make a difference every day, and making a difference is just trying to be better every day. You know, trying to be better than you were yesterday. Don't stop wasting time, man. You know what I mean? Because time is limited.
Yeah, you know, making difference is all time conception too, you know? Or either going to do it today or you to do it tomorrow. You can't do it yesterday because
may not be a tomorrow.
It may not be tomorrow. It is. So everything starts today.
Ain't no tomorrow, Rock. Remember he told Rocky? Ain't no tomorrow.
Tomorrow
may not be no tomorrow.
Okay, so, you know, that goes into another question, man. You know, I'm glad we brought that up real quick. You know, it made me think. What about hanging around, or what about you guys think about the people that don't want to make a difference? You know,
they wasting space and they wasting space, homie.
They're like that too, right?
They wasting time and space. Real talk, man. But I mean, I don't mean it in a bad way to just throw them away. You know, we could try to help them, you know, but some people don't want to be helped. Some people want to be negative. Some people all day just want to talk negative. You want to talk positive to them, they want to hit you with the oh, shut up. That's man, that ain't possible. No. So, hey, what can you do?
You know, I dealt with sets like that before. Trust me, female, male, children. There's different categories how you come in life. You know, you got negative kids, you got negative people.
A lot of negative people, man. That's part of life too. No matter how much, you know, it's like, but it's the truth, bro. It's a lot of negative people. You could just try to talk, you know, having conversation. You're talking positivity or whatever the case, and someone just comes with the negative. You know what I mean? Shoots that positivity right down, like. You know,
because hey, there is those negative people that don't want to make a difference. You know, they really don't want to make a difference. They want to stay on their high chair, on their high tone, and they think that everything's right. You know, and those are the things that, you know, those are the red flags about people who don't want to make changes when they're all selfish and basically speaking for themselves and not speaking for others. Because when you're trying to make a difference for other people, or, you know, make a difference, period, not only would you speak for yourself, you would gradually speak for other people as well, whether it's children, female, especially females, especially children. But, you know what I mean, as men as well, you know, we see good deeds, and we could see men, we're not foolish, you know, in many ways. I think the only way we're sensitive and foolish is in women. That's it. And I'm just keeping it real, you know. But I think it's very important, you know, that people, us people that are trying to make changes and differences in people's life, we have more of the challenges that acquire and the more battles that we have to fight, because not only did we come up through some hardship, you know, I'm not speaking for everybody, but even people who grew up in, you know what I mean, in a good, you know, steady household, they're going to go out into the world and they're going to meet people who are not making a difference. They're going to meet people who are self-centered, you know, people that, you know what I mean, that are not motivation and are not even good, you know, like people said, man, like G-Lew just said right now, they're dead weight. And I hate to say that because I don't like to give up on anybody. You know, I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I think that's going to be another one of another one of our titles, you know. I think we'll come out there giving people the benefit of the doubt. And a lot of people, I've seen a couple of your comments. Yes, we get burned. But we're gonna get burned anyways. You know what I mean? Whether it's one time or another, you're gonna experience getting burned one way or another. One or two times in life. That's the truth. You know, and if you live a life that you don't get burned or nothing's ever happened to you, then you kept yourself in a nice little area. You know what I'm saying? You kept yourself in the house on the prairie, which is cool because everybody got to stay in their lane, you know. If you're not going to make a difference in today's society and really go where the impact's really at, that's what I'm saying. You know, me, myself, since I know I can make a difference or I have the right attitude and I have the right heart for it, I would walk myself, you know what I mean, to downtown LA and try to show that demonstration, whether I'm giving food to the community, blessing the homeless, or, you know, even passing a flyer, a Bible flyer, talking to people about God, you know, stuff like that. That's how I'm very confident in myself. You know, people who make, you know what I mean, the correct differences, the making differences in people's life, you have to have confidence in yourself, man. You have to have that motivational, you have to have that that inspiration, you know, and sometimes not everybody's gonna give it to you, you know, but I get a lot of my confidence that comes from the high one above. That's just straight out. You know, I depend on God for everything, you know, and I'm desperate. And when it comes to certain things, I'm desperate. And yes, people, you know, I have a lot of fear. I ain't gonna say if somebody came and pulled up a strap on me and, you know, and called me out on it, I could hold my ground. But I feel my confidence, and, you know what I mean, if I'm trying to make a difference in life, then, you know, I will. You know, I can honestly say I'll do my best. You know, and that's just the way life is, man. You know, we come out, and sometimes people will call it on you. You know, people will test it, because even though you're trying to do a positive thing and make difference in people's lives or on your community or on the system, you're always gonna have a hater, bro. Always. You know, I just hate to say it. There's always
gonna be a hater.
There's always gonna be somebody that's gonna not want to make a difference, man. Some people, like, you know what they say, Pops? If the what is it? If the stick ain't broken, don't fix it. You know?
Yeah.
You know, people abide by that you know, that terminology, man. You know, they if it ain't broken, why are they gonna fix it? You know, even though they see a lot of cracks in their pipe, you know what I mean, they'll still run the water all the way to the pipe buses, man. You know, there's many type of different people, man, in this world, man. And that's what I'm saying. What type of person are you gonna be? And me, myself, I don't have the answers. Like I'm saying, if you're making a difference in life, man, it starts within me first. And I will hope that it will start within you guys first. You can't go help the community in the world if your house is not, you know, being, you know, accountable and responsible, and you're making a difference in your own life. You know, that's how people, you know, they go out there, you know, they do certain things, man, and they say certain subjects, and they do, you know, it's crazy things, man. And you look at it, and people are always looking at you, man. They're always looking at you, especially if you're on social media. You got a channel, whether you're Instagram or YouTube, and, you know, they miss the concept, man. And they'll look at you one day, you know what I mean? Oh, they're quick to pull out your errors. Well, over here, you're saying one day over here, and then the next video you're cussing. So I don't understand you. You know what I mean? Are you Christian or not? You know?
Yeah, like you're going to be judged. Another way of saying you're always going to be judged, bro. Always. Someone's going to try to find, especially if you're trying to push positivity and call yourself trying to push that, they're going to look for the negative or the, they're going to pull out everything, homie.
Hey, Pops, you said it perfect. If you ain't making a difference, they're judging you, man. Straight up. They're going to drop that hammer. And that's what's sad, man, because people are looking for the first mistake you make. You know what I say to that? I made plenty of mistakes, man, and I don't care what anybody thinks, to be honest with you. No disrespect. Call me. If I have a shortcoming, that's what we're talking about. If I'm at fault, if I'm not sure I have a shortcoming, instead of telling me something negative, why don't you inspire me and help me out, man? You know? Why don't you say something and be like, hey, Big D, you know, I saw something.
Pull me to the side. Pull my collar. Yeah.
You know?
But instead, they'll go and like you said, and go find the first time to go talk about you or spread hate. Oh, this guy, just, you know what I mean, talk bad about you, bro, or bring you down instead of pulling you up.
And then that's sometimes it requires somebody to be the way they are, like on social media, bro. You know what I mean? Like I say, like this person, honestly, you know, he had a lot of negative feedback. He was going through the opposition, fighting people, trying to find his identity, bro. That's the way I looked at it.
She said haters paved the way, so just keep on walking. She said the haters laid the cement, pretty much.
Hey,
they paved the way.
But we say that quote, bro. Hey, we need haters too, right? Haters are. I heard what's his name? The comedian. You know what I'm talking about. He said we need.
Yeah. We need haters.
Yeah. Haters are.
Yeah, you need haters. Yeah, who said that? Cat Williams. Yeah, Cat. Yeah,
yeah. You need haters to put those thumbs down. You can't always get a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? We need people to leave those negative comments because we need more comments. You know,
right?
So we need haters, man. You know what I mean? That's the difference.
It's sad to say, but it's the truth.
Those difference, they're making a difference too, man. They're hating. You know, that's what they do.
Sometimes your haters be your biggest supporters because even they hate you so much they're watching everything you're doing and you know what I mean, everything, bro. So they're low key supporting you. They're just not gonna let you know they are.
and they're doing it for their darn self, man. Like they said, they ain't candy coating nothing. They ain't trying to change.
Haters give us life.
You know, but see, I could come across a hater, bro. I mean, you know, in all honesty, I'll tell the hater, hey, what you hating?
What's the topic? Right.
You know?
Topic is making a difference, homie. How do we make a difference? How does one make a difference? You know what I mean? In whatever capacity you can make it. How do you make a difference? And what are we doing to make a difference? The homie just asked, what's the topic? The homie, Street Solid from prison to the streets. What up, my boy? Miss 702 said, longer you on the net, you will get dragged in if you let it. No one is bulletproof. Whoa.
That's true, but you know what I can say about that? You'll get shot a lot faster on the streets than you will on the internet. That's for damn.
Yeah, but that's why these dudes, that's why everyone going crazy on the internet, because they safe on the internet. That's why you get all this and all that, and big bad wolves on the internet, cell soldiers on the net, homie. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna bust a grape in the streets, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, you have to understand. There has to be an understanding between the hot and the cold. You know, there has to be an understanding between the negative and the positive, man. There has to be an understanding what you're or you're not. You know, and you don't got to run to the streets. You don't got to go to the local gym. You find it in your household, like we were talking about. You know, I found out real quick when I was young. I found out after 3, 4, 5 years old, I didn't have a father. You know, but by me not having a father, it made a big difference in my life. You know, a lot of things were changed, and I was brought up on certain ways that a regular mother and father raise their kids. You know, but I ain't saying that the household, just because you have a mom and a dad, that you didn't experience anything. I didn't say that either. You know, That's the difference between one house and the next householder. You just never know what's going on. And that's what I'm saying. The difference could come. And I had kids, little friends, man, when I was little, they come over and they had a black guy, bruises all over their body. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? And the only way, you don't ask questions when you're a kid, man. The only way you do is you keep going, moving on in life. That's why people, they can't make a difference, because they sweep it under the rug, and they're just going amongst life, you know, and knowing that they have pain and they can't make a difference. They have problems, and it's just constantly just haunting them. And that's why you have suicidal ratios going up. You got relationships, they're not, you know, the way they used to be. And it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But you have to go through some certain things. And I don't know why certain people, I can't tell God why this happened. Why I was born in Southern California and you were born in Israel, bro.
Right.
I don't do that.
Yeah, we don't. We don't make those calls.
I don't make. All I know is that what I know now, and what I lived in, and what I experienced, and how I'm trying to make a difference today. There is no tomorrow, like Pop said, and there ain't gonna get yesterday back. That's for damn sure.
Right.
Just wasting time.
Right.
A lot of
people,
they live in the past. You know, they can't make differences. They can't move forward because they're living in the past, man. You know, and these are the people that have, you know what I mean, honestly, this is my opinion though. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. Dr. Grant, I'm just playing. These are the people, you know, calling Dr. Grant, you know, but these are the people that, you know, they grow up and they become, you know, and there's a lot of good stories. Okay, these people, they have to, like I said, we have to, in order to go through certain topics, certain things in life, in order to understand. And I get it. Sometimes we don't even live that long, you know, and that's why you have to make a difference today, now.
Right.
Because you can't. Tomorrow, you might say like, oh, I might make a difference next week, next month, next year.
You may not get that chance.
And we got to
get that chance.
We got to do a topic on that. In life, nothing's promised, man. I think we should
promise. For sure.
That's
a fact. Because that's a fact, bro.
You know, you can make all the changes and the differences in the world, man. And tomorrow, your number's called.
And it's a wrap, homie.
It's just
a wrap. So you have to think about what are you going to leave, you know, behind here. What is going to be your legacy? What do you know, whatever the case may be. What are you leaving behind for you to be remembered by?
And we try to leave that with whom? Our children, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, I don't want my daughter, you know, even though she knows somewhat of me and the type of person that I was, you know, I don't want to keep, you know what I mean? It brought me a long way. And I told myself, never would I be in a relationship again where I have a child and she's fatherless or motherless. And that's what a commitment. See, when you're trying to make a differences in life, you know what I mean? You're building, you know, things, positive things that you could grow on, like commitment, understanding, like the things that I was talking about. You can make validation for great things and things that you want to do. You know, a lot of people who had tough times and even wicked. I can honestly say at one point I was wicked, man. Wicked to the fullest, man. And maybe not to other standard of other people's, their sickness and and how far they could go, but wicked enough to say, like, hey, if somebody was trying, you know, I was across the street that was trying to do harm to me, I could honestly say I could do the harm back to them with no hesitation, no doubt. You know, that's just the wickedness, and that's all you need, because like I said, you know, there's commandments that say that things that you can and can't do. And there's a lot of can't do's in life, man. You know, that's why they have the law. You know what I mean? The law makes a difference, right? You know, we live in today's society where we got laws, man. That makes a big difference on what you can do and what you can't. You know, so try to get away with that. Guess what? You're going to get burned, man. You know, just straight up talk right here. Let's talk about it, man.
Let's talk about it, homie. Hey, man. Let's talk about it. I paid it forward.
Right now. Big D's hot right now. You know what I mean?
Two Souls said, I paid it forward to one lady who kept honking at me in the drive-thru. I paid for her order. Little did she know that she couldn't get to me. However, God told me she needed it more than me.
Wow.
So you made a difference. Two Souls, you made a difference.
Shut up. You know why? Because a lot of times when you know how to make a difference, Two Souls just said it better. You know, but I'm gonna say it, you know what I mean, in my version. You know, you get tested in life. You know, you get tested. People want to see if you're gonna make that change or not. People want to see if you're gonna make a difference or not.
Make that
You're
change.
gonna be tested. In life, you're gonna be tested on everything and anything you're gonna do, man. Your kids will test you. Your parents will test you. Your job will test you. I mean, how much more, right? No matter what you're getting tested on, you gotta stay solid ground, man. You know, you gotta stay where you're rooted and you're planted. You can't let no weeds grow next to you, man, because they're gonna take you down like the next one.
Thank you,
you know, and if you're rooted and grounded, you make differences easy, man. The wind could blow, you know, the heat could kill you. It's hot in here, but you're willing
so many things. We don't never know, like you said, when you get the call, you know what I mean? We don't know, we don't have control over that, bro. We're here every day. That's why I say we're blessed every day. We are here, we wake up. We take it for granted a lot. But hey, just to wake up and have the simple things in life, even though we're programmed to think that's not even enough anymore. But to have those things, man, is a blessing, man. And so be thankful for every day you wake up. So every day you wake up and go out there and whatever you do, just try to make a difference, man. You know what I mean? If not for you, for the people who depend on you. You know what I mean? Because it's bigger than you.
Right. That's very true. I like how you said that, man, because guess what? The community people, they're depending on us, man. The people, they're looking for some wave makers out there. They're looking for some people that made differences in their life. And a lot of historical people that made differences in our freedoms today and marched those million marches, they got executed. They got assassinated. They got imprisoned. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. And a lot of times, you know, it's not about color. It's not about where you're from. It's what you're doing to your community, man, and your household. That's where it starts from, man. Once you could start, you know what I mean, being an example and making a difference in your household, and then you're ready for the next level. Maybe the street, maybe the job. You know what I mean? And then then you get tuned into another level. Then next thing you know, you're this big old, you know what I mean, positive spoken person that's going out there that's making a difference. That's what it takes, man. Some sincerity. But even you being positive, man, guess what? It cost Jesus Christ his life too.
That comes with a price. Everything comes with a price. Everything you do that makes a difference comes with the price. You know what I'm saying? It comes with some responsibility. It comes with something behind it. So you got to be willing to, you know, stand on whatever you push and stand on it, homie, and believe it. Yeah.
You know, let's talk about it, baby. You know, we're just getting back in it. You know, appreciate you guys, man. We might be on another level right now, but it's okay, right? You know, we're in
Let's
another level.
About it.
Let's talk about it. That's all we're doing, man. And let me tell you guys, man, you know, it only gets better and better from here on. You know, this platform definitely has made a difference in my life. You know, I am able to get more comfortable within myself. If you guys, maybe, hopefully you guys will see my clarity and my speech and everything else. You know, it's more, it's being I'm trying to build a relationship with my audience, with our audience, with your audience, you know, just like you guys are looking forward, you know what I mean, to your, you know, who you subscribe for, man. And like I said, right here, and especially on my platform, we don't go down to that now. We may talk a little bit about, you know, where we come from, a little bit about the streets and, you know, the gangs and stuff like that, but we try to stay away from everything else that, you know, that's not beneficial for not only you, but for me. And not only that, for the young people that are going, they go across and they're doing that YouTube searching, man. People are soul searching right now, man. Two souls, soul searching forever, you know, and they're always, you know, people, the reason why a lot of people, we go through YouTube, especially me, I'm going to be honest with you, is for information. You know, I'm always looking, I'm looking for information, how to fix a car or how to do this, you know what I mean, on my phone. You know, a lot of people, especially these young kids, man, that's why they don't want to listen, I think, honestly, to their parents or to the adults or the people that have been through it and the veterans and everything else that comes with it, because they just go through YouTube and they look for that negative feedback. You know, they look for that negative, you know, terminology, and they're not trying to make a difference, man. You know, a lot of people on here, like I said, you know, they come out here for, you know, bad intentions, and you guys got to figure out, you know what I mean, what you guys want to put into your soul or your spirit or your body or so forth, whatever you guys believe in, you know, in your brain, you know, a lot of times, you know, it's just like, it's just crazy, man. You know, I heard a lot of people say, man, you know, like staying solid from prison to the street says, hey, it's music. It's true. DJ Quick says, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. You know, what kind of terminology does that mean? I get it. If you're hustling, you got to look at things two ways. There's always a good and there's always a bad to it. You know, what difference is that going to make? A lot. Make a lot of difference, man. It's a choice. Which one are you going to pick, the bad or the good? I mean, come on, people, you know. I made a lot of choices in my life, man, and they're bad. My body's paid for it, you know, to be honest with you. My record pays for it, you know. That's why I went to college and try to get over the hump and try to see if I could, you know, go behind the scenes. I'm not trying to bend the rules, you know, break the rules. I'm just bend them a little bit, you know, because they're not going to hire a convict. They're not going to hire somebody that has strikes in the sense. So I thought if I go get a little education degree, it'll help me. And I made a difference by going to school, and it's helped me so far.
Hey, what do you think about this? The homie said it's in the new music, as far as a lot of the stuff, man. As far
it
as
is
with the youngsters.
It is, because, you know, you got to understand.
But look, to play, not advocate, whatever. I don't like that word, but and I agree, because that music right now is crazy. But is it safe to say this is the same thing probably our parents said or older people said about our music? You know what I mean? At the same time, because when we came up, it was real. But the music was still the music was gangster and crazy as hell, right? But it was different than what it is today. It was stories behind it, the good and the bad. Now it's just they're promoting, you know, whatever they're doing. I mean, I ain't come down on the youngsters, but it was a little bit different. But I was just saying, when people say that, it's safe to say, you know, our parents or older people said the same thing about us. So is that just easy to say, or is that the truth?
All right, I'll give you my opinion. You know, opinions don't mean things. You know, everybody's entitled to an opinion, right? But staying solid from prison to the streets, it's not only music. It's what you're watching on TV, the movies,
a whole lot.
The movies, you know, pornography.
Yeah.
You know,
these kids are getting raised on all of that you just said, from what they watch on TV, pornography, because they could just click on their phone now. You know, everything is different, bro, than how we were raised. We didn't have, you know, we still did our stuff, but it wasn't much that accessible, man. So we still had a chance. Nowadays, these kids, man, it's different, Big D.
It's a quick,
it's very different, bro.
It's a quick to the button, bro. I mean, they might as well. These kids know
they got the same information you can get, and they're kids and children. They have access to the same. You know what I mean?
They got your social security card number. These kids, man, they got everything, man. You know, that's why we're saying they're quick to it. They don't want to go. They don't want to go through it. You know, they rather go quick. They don't want to go steadily. You know what I mean, growing is growing pains, bro. You know what I mean? That's how you learn, man. You know what I mean? It's squeeze, man. You know, it's gonna kill you sometimes. It just, you know, it grips you. Life is just, man. You know what I mean? And it's gonna tell you when it chokes you out and it tells you, are you gonna make a difference? I mean, people who've been in prison, man, they've seen things, done things, man, and you don't think that's changed their life? I mean, just gangbanging does that alone, bro. You know what I mean? Just working, you know what I mean? Just working with people like that, man, that will just drive you crazy. They want to take the bad out of you, bro. You know what I mean? They want to bring the devil out of you, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm seeing the comments like people like you're right. And that's what I meant when I said just now it's different where everything is times 10. Like they're saying, you know, we didn't see. You say, yeah, but we didn't see all the guns, drugs, catching bodies, and like now these people have no respect. They talk about there's no respect for the dead. It's just the kids are on a whole different level, and I think, you know, it's just times 10 than what it was. But the only difference is these kids aren't really see the thing is now it's all in the music, and they talking like they super turned up and real gangsters, but they're really not. But they have to get tested when they have to do it, and that's maybe why they do it, and they do what they have to do. But deep down, they're not really like that, because they're saying all this craziness. But, you know, back in the day, you really had to live that and see it and do it and be a part of it and witness it, or, you know, it happened to you. Like, things really happen. You didn't just talk about shit, and you couldn't come on rap and talk about all this and be a fake gangster, because you would get called out real quick, bro. Wasn't happening. Nowadays, it's anybody can be whoever they say they are, and we don't know because we don't know these people. You know what I mean? So it's a different in that state of mind. And then the kids have less, like, everything is normalized now too. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is more of these youngsters are dying at a faster rate. They have less sympathy, less empathy. You know, they don't care about, and when I say that, it's just like not meaning that they're more crazy or this and that, but it's certain things that are missing: morals, respect. You know, things that we know are off limits. Even when we were doing what we did, we knew certain things were off limits. We still respected our elders for the most part. We still respected this and that. We knew, you know what I mean? Now they don't care about any of that. That's the difference.
That's the truth. But you know, it's crazy even about that, how you say that, bro. This is the crazy part. I'm going to ask the audience this, man. You know, all you people who are on the chat, LA is probably still the number one city for gang murders.
It is. Even though it was turned down for a minute, we see now is back at 150%. So yeah, it is.
Am I right or wrong? You know what I mean?
We're definitely right.
We want to talk about making a difference, right? Chicago's still up there. New York's another one. Atlanta's another one.
All of them are up there, but California is different, bro.
Miami, you know, California still has one of the longest prisons, most prisons in the
most prison ever. And I don't think we want to say the United States. I want to say the whole world, bro. I don't think anyone has,
you know,
and it still ain't enough, because look, they still ship people to different people that got time, and they'll ship them to different states, homie.
Look, I've been saying this for a while, and earlier I was on, you know, big shout out to West Coast Graffiti. He was on there, and he had
West
a guy
Coast Graffiti. What up?
Yeah, he was on that, and I guess he had a ex-convict that got busted for life, right? Did 25 years. He was able to come out and do his thing, you know. And he was talking about how people, you know what I mean, that you know, they only get a certain amount of chump change, because they have, you know what I mean, they have work in there, right? You build a license plate.
A lot of stuff, license plates. A lot of stuff is built in prisons. People don't even know it, bro. A lot of stuff is made in prisons.
And then when you get out,
prisoners get pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. And when you get out, you only get a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? That's it. And then you have nowhere to live, no car, no system.
But you still have to go check into your parole officer and let them know where you're staying or where you're at, and they don't care about none of that. You know what I mean?
And they say that we pay for an inmate like $60,000 for one inmate for a year. Well, like the guy was saying, that's kind of like not true, because it mostly goes for those officers. And I'm not mad at them, because my you know, I know people who are corrects are CEOs up north, and they go to work, and you know, they go into the prisons and they do their thing. They had to go to training, they had to go through everything else, and it takes a lot of courage for them to even try to get involved in that type of working field. Okay, let's just give credit where credit's due first. But at the same time, man, the system who's in control of all that, You know what I mean? I've been saying this for years, man. There's nothing for an inmate to come out knowing that he can't get a job. You're a felon. You know what I mean?
There's nothing to come out to but your family, and some people don't even have family to come out to anymore. If they've been in there long enough, they all died, or you know what I mean?
They want you to go to a halfway house. You know what I mean? You know, they got drugs in the halfway house. They got drugs in prison, man. They got drugs everywhere.
Drugs in prison. It's more drugs. I ain't gonna say more, but it's just as much drugs in prison that it is on the streets. And safety, and sorry to say, a lot of people, it's not good because you have just as many users. But a lot of people, that is how they make their money in there. They got to find a way to hustle because they may not have people sending them money or whatever the case, so they have to hustle. You know, you got to eat, even in prison. It's no different in the streets. You still get 3 meals a day, but that ain't enough. So you got to find some way to make it in there, bro. You know that. Not everyone gets a visit. Not everyone gets a package. So the rest have to make it work.
No money in books. And you got people in there doing their thing, however it comes and however it has to be dealt with or done. And that's what I'm saying, you know. Are we making a difference? You know, people got to speak up. You know, like I said, the gentleman came out, gave a quick. He elaborated when he was in there. He got 25 to life or 30 to life. He did 25, and he was talking about how, you know, the system makes money off of them. You know, but what's even more crazier is that I remember being bused in the county that we couldn't even go to school because everything's about numbers, everything's about protection. So let's just say, let's just say I was in a dorm. You know, I got my brother over here, but there's differences when we get locked up. And I'm going to school, and you know, the brothers either decide, or you know what I mean, we could say, you know, our lovely Caucasian people want to go riot, and you're at school, and these guys are outnumbered. There's just little factors that play in part, man. You know, so the system kind of allows you not to even get involved in things that will teach you, and they're very educational, because everything comes from a racial standard point in prison. You know what I'm saying? In jail, period. And how do we make a difference? I'm going to tell you something.
But let me say this too, because I said this in something I posted. I think it's not fair. That's really what the problem is, even on the streets, and when all these flares flare up now, when we have these issues and racial tensions. A lot of the stuff is stuff that is, you know, coming for years, decades from the prisons, right, or from the jails, and it spills to the streets. Not per se where people have to do it, but the politics do. So even now, when you hear a lot of people that's talking and have their opinions, they're people that's been in prison, and so they obviously have old wounds and stuff and scabs that aren't fully, so it's easier for them to speak out, and you hear little stuff that comes out and it flares stuff up. But that doesn't have anything to do with the people on the streets, and I don't think that's fair, because that's what happens. And you have the prison politics affect the streets, and it's not fair, because these people over here shouldn't have to abide by that, because a lot of people don't feel that same way. But we're made to think this is how we should feel, and this is just what it is.
That makes a lot of sense. And let me give you my opinion on that. If in California, especially, right, especially in our you know, in the brown community, you know, and especially in the black too, you know, because you know, being locked up, people take it serious, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't no joke, you know. And I won't even say all racial, all. This is my opinion only. White, Asian, black, brown. In order for us children in California, especially in Southern California, maybe north too, in order to get ahead of the violence and everything else, we need our prisoners, bro. We do.
Oh yeah.
And people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" There has to be a way where we include them in our community. Didn't I say making a difference? You have to work with your community. You got to work with your household. You got to work with your co-workers. We need to work with our inmates, bro. You know, not only are they willing to learn and get rid of their, you know, I remember being busted just in county, bro. And I have people who are doing life, and I will never forget their faces, man. Especially the homie from Easy Riders, Wino, Wrestler. I don't know where he's at. He was old, but he said, you hear this in prison a lot. Hey, brother, sincerity. You know what I mean? Who wants to make a difference and who doesn't? Hey, brother. Hey, D. You know, do me a favor, man. You're a short timer now. Don't come here. Again.
Don't come back.
Don't come back, bro. You know what I mean? Stay with your daughter. Stay with your family. Love your mother, man. And you cannot forget that thing, you know, with sincerity. And those are the little things that I remember. You know, those are the things that made impact in my life, and say, like, damn, dog, like, you know, I could really be right here, dog, for a long time. You know, I'd be like, damn. And it could be a northern telling you, it could be a black telling you, it could be an Asian telling you, it could be anybody. And those are the people that say making difference in your life. You know, you don't have to go to prison to understand these certain things. You just got to be a sincere person and use your negative into a positive. And I get it. People are saying, how do I do that? We got drug addicts. Prison's not just the only genre of place that's there. What about the homeless and people in the streets, right? Skid Row. You know, I used to preach and teach down there as a kid. And I used to pass out flyers with my church when I was young. You know what I mean? That's how I learned how to understand. That's why people who are hard-headed, these young generation that haven't been there, haven't done that, they think they got to go to prison in order to do that. They think they got to do drugs. They think they got to be the next topic, social media, hip-hop star, you know? Hey, I'm just beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got me a small little platform, and I'm humble enough to do that, and I'll work at it to get where I need to go. I'll work where G-Lew's at and his team put him at, you know what I mean, where he got 16,000, you know what I mean, over, and still looking for the more people want to support and talk about positivity and endure and help the community, you know? And a big shout out to you, G-Lew. You got past 16K, you know what I'm saying? Shout out.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. No, but that's, you know, we got a long way to go, but any progress is progress. That's why I say anything. And that's why I celebrate that. You know, that's really nothing if you look at some of these guys who, you know, but it's progress, bro. You know what I mean? We gotta start somewhere. So any progress is progress. We just keep pushing forward, bro.
But we're gradually doing it. We're working on it.
Yes.
We're trying to make a difference. You know, when me and Pops came together, we collaborated. We know not only I think it was unique and divine, but we still had his mindset was in my mindset. And this is we don't want to stop right here, people. We don't want to just be behind the monitor, man. We want to take it to the street.
Yeah, we're gonna take it to the street, man. We got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do, people.
We got a lot of work to do, Big D.
That's what this whole topic's all about. Who's gonna make a difference? Who are you gonna stand with? Go watch your other YouTube channels, man. Go listen to that music. Keep watching that movies. Keep watching those phones, and let me see how far you get. You know what I mean? I told Pops like this, man. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies, man. You know, straight out, man. I want those that support us, those people who are going to rock with us, those people who are diligent, those people who are willing to be like, hey, you know what, dog? I don't got this.
Thank you, Elliot.
Can I help you in another way? You know?
Right.
Hey.
And we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna do some big things, homie. Like we're gonna get out there. We're gonna move around, and me and Big D already talked about it. And, you know, when I touch down, we're gonna even do some things. So it's some big things coming, man. So you know, just stay riding with us, man. What we're gonna do, we're gonna make a difference. Like the title says, that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna play around with it, homie. We're gonna talk it like we walk it. Walk it like we talk it. I mean.
Yeah. And we're not going to talk about it. We're going to be about it. But in all honesty, we need, you know, our prisoners' support, man.
Definitely. Definitely.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, I don't want these other organizations to say, oh, you know what I mean? These guys, I'm talking about real unity, man. I'm talking about you need to get those people involved, because if anybody knows the streets, it's not only us, but it's them. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And we need to respect. That's
how it goes.
You know, we need to respect them. You know, hey man, we could do a GoFundMe for them, for prisoners, man, because they don't. I have a homie right now that I'm gonna have to send a package to. You know,
I got a few.
You got a few, right? And it doesn't matter if you're black or white, Asian. They need the love and the support, man. Make the difference. A letter goes a long way. You guys, whoever has time on their hand, let me know, man. And, you know, throw your thumbs up, and I'll send you a booking number. You could write them all you want, send them packages all you want, and everything. So it's real talk.
That part.
Real talk.
That part.
I'm just saying, like we said, man, we need our community involved. You guys asked, how can we make a difference? Get the prison community needs to be involved. If the streets can be safer, the children can go to school, the children could go to the park. You know what I mean? We don't have to worry about the streets raising up these kids. You know, I'd rather have them going to the Boys and Girls Club. You could be a big brother. You could be a volunteer to the Boys and Girls Club. There's many ways of making differences, man. You know, you can go to the Children's Hospital, man. You know what I'm saying? You know that's donate blood. You know, I have a show that's gonna come out. I'm gonna put it on my channel and the things that I'm doing. And donating blood is one of them. It's coming real quick. You know, there's ways you can make a difference in people's life, man. You know, by saving somebody, they might have used a little pint of blood of yours. Imagine. You know, they might have an organ. You know what I mean? They might need a liver transplant or something. God forbid he passed away yesterday and you're a donor. Well, guess what? You know what I mean? You made a difference, you know, because the next person is alive. You know what I mean? You make a difference by keeping people alive, man. Straight up, bro. You
For
know,
sure, for sure.
how am I gonna do that? Be an organ donor.
I
You know
put
what I
that on
mean?
my license too. I'd be like, yeah, make me an organ. I mean, cause I can't use it, homie, when I'm done. You know what I mean? I put that on. Yeah.
There's many ways, man, to come and to bring homage, community. It's surpassed the black, brown, white, Asian.
Man, that ain't. Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, that's a mind state. See, we gotta get back. Cause look, if you go back and rewind it, how we grew up, when we were kids, we didn't see none of that. We were kids. We all played together. We did. You know what I mean? That wasn't a factor. So we gotta. That's a mind state, man. And then especially when you're talking black and brown, like I always preach, we're the same anyway. If you look at all of we're the same, homie. Like. It's just, I think it's just a pride issue thing, but we are the same. We do everything the same. When you talking about black and brown, man, come on, man. Look at everything, man. It's we love the same. It's all one, man. You know what I mean? It's just a mindset and a pride thing and a political thing. You know what I mean? So it clogs the brain sometimes, bro. But we gotta think bigger. Don't let someone else control your thinking. You don't think just because this person or just because the history or whatever, you are still your own person, man. Don't never let no one make decisions for you. Make your own decisions, man. Whatever that may be.
The way you came into life by yourself is the way
you're gonna go.
You're gonna go by yourself.
Exactly.
And my spiritual belief, and there is a judge, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Tupac said it better, bro. Only God can judge.
Only God can judge me.
And he is. He's going to get his too. You know what I mean? Because you know why? Because a lot of us are failing to make a decision to making a difference, man. You know, we've got to be, you know, we got to make a difference in our lives, man. You know, we besides the color of the outside, guess what the colors are on the inside of our body? The same
red
color, man.
I mean, yeah, whatever we bleed but look at this though too. I don't care about color and all that. When you get cut or whatever happens, when that blood is still the same, it's red blood. Everyone bleed the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die. However you die, you're gonna die. When all that comes into play, it don't matter. When you go and you gotta go before God, before you know what I mean, you going as yourself, not I was this or that, whatever you was representing and homie, that don't matter. You're going as your soul and as you. You know what I'm saying? And what you got going on in the afterlife, that ain't gonna matter either. You know what I'm saying? So recognize, bro.
Rock with it and run with it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's day's coming, man. You know?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, man.
All that ain't gonna matter. All that you talking ain't gonna matter. And then another thing is, we're not chosen. Look, that's another thing we gotta get in our head too, bro. We didn't nobody chose whatever you are, but we were just put here, man. However we were born, that's how we were born, man. We didn't make this choice or decision, man. It's not up to us, so I shouldn't be judged by that, bro.
I wasn't born in Italy or designed to be.
Yeah, man. I was born however I was born, man. I shouldn't be judged for that. I didn't have a choice in that.
Exactly. So before you want to make a difference, look at the other person like that. He didn't ask to be that color. He didn't ask to be born in that certain spot. He didn't ask this. He didn't ask that. See, people can't surpass that, bro. They're stuck on their terminology and their theology of what, you know what I mean? I hate to say it, family tradition, what the TV puts out, you know what I mean? What the neighborhood put out, you know? You guys got to stop being stuck. I'm not stuck on what I see today, bro. You know what I mean? Bible says, blessed is the man who don't see me, but believes in me, man.
That part. Faith, homie.
Jesus, everybody talks about,
walk by faith, not by sight.
Jesus at all, bro. You know what I mean? But I believe. You know what I mean?
Walk by faith, not by sight. It ain't about what you see, is what you believe.
Hey, what's that one song by J. Cole? I keep my head high.
Yeah.
I keep my things.
Yeah, because without faith, what would you have if we didn't believe, man, in something bigger and believe it's going to be a better day tomorrow? We would all be gone. If you just lived in the moment when it was all bad and you know what I mean, and you thought it was all over, it would have been all over. But guess what? It wasn't.
Hey, this world was paradise, people. You know what I mean? It could be a lot better if we make the proper decisions and make the differences. Now, once you learn how to make a difference in your life, you can make differences in other people's life. And I had a lot of people make a difference, you know, in my life. Honestly, I didn't have a father growing up.
Yeah.
I had a lot of
definitely people in your life that helped you instruct, made it whether you didn't know it at that time, whether it was good or bad at that time. Everything and people in your life, you know, were there for a reason and made you, you know, who you were, whether it be bad or good or
And
whatever.
I get it.
Different
Yeah,
people,
I get it.
you have to recognize that.
Yeah, I get it. So for some of those people, they ain't gonna. I didn't understand it. You know, for you young kids that come across this channel, I didn't understand it. You know, I couldn't relate to it because I was so indulged with emotions. I was so indulged and just be blindsided. I was so indulged with hurtness and pain that it was like I was blind, you know. And then, like you said, you have to go. Like we've been trying to tell you guys, you have to go through some things in order to know some things. And then I start realizing, like I said, when I went to county jail, and then I seen like my enemies, I could talk to them. I was like, that was a shock right there. That was like, something's wrong with this picture, dog. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. But see, if we could get along in there, and I know we could get along out here, you know, they're trying to make a difference. And I ain't saying everything that they're doing is a black market or they're doing this for bad or this. However they have to do it, that's just their hustle. You know,
Right.
they're going to get there whether we like it or not. You know, they're making their way, their differences, man. That's how it happened. Prison's all about colors. And if you guys don't know that by now, you guys better keep watching those movies, man, because it could happen to you guys real quick in seconds. You know, you want to drink and drive, go ahead and end up at, and then see what kind of difference you're going to make. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's man, DD said it's bad. It's really bad in LA. My son can't walk to the store without being hit up, and he's not even a gangbanger. He never gangbang. I mean, because some of these kids now, they don't. That's the difference of what I'm saying too. Even when we were out there, homie, banging, you didn't hit up, and you knew who was, because again, I don't know. It's like I said, it's so different now. The homies looked apart. We knew who was another gang. Sad to say, it was people that looked just like us. We looked for, that was the enemy, the one that looked just like us, who was banging at the dick, whatever, the quartet, whatever. We knew who to look for. Now, you know, sad to say that the dress codes and everything is different, so you don't know who's who. I don't know how these youngsters get out, but still, we knew who was who. You know what I mean? You're not going to go bang on anyone that's just a regular civilian, like DD said her son doesn't even bang. You shouldn't be bothering that guy. You know, sad to say too, though, some people do look for, you know, for prey and just want to, you know, be assholes. That's facts. But as far as banging on someone and you know they don't bang, like, you shouldn't be picking on that dude. You should leave him alone if he's a civilian. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference nowadays too. It's just like a whole bunch of, there's no rules now. Like, these youngsters don't abide by any type of you know, real standards and rule. Like, we knew what it was. I mean, you knew the rules, what to do, what not to do, certain things. You had your knuckleheads and people that still did whatever they did, and they had what was coming to them too. But overall, you didn't just go out there. If you know what I mean, it was rules to this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You didn't, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know how else to put it.
I think I have a concept of that, maybe in my opinion. Maybe. I mean, if you guys agree, you know, you guys will give us a thumb up or a thumb down. But, you know, this is my opinion only. What happens, bro, in the neighborhood, like things like that, to be honest with you, not even from gangs or stuff like that, is that what happens through a generation, because everything, when you make a difference, it's generational too. Right? You make a difference 10 years later, 15, 20 years later. And what happened, especially in the 90s, we lost a lot of people, man. Blacks, brown, gang violence. Now, those guys and those mentors are not there to school the youngsters, bro, because they're
that
in prison.
That part. That's really what it is. There's no one that really, no real OGs out here with
bro.
these youngsters. It's not. That's the real bottom line.
And that's why these youngsters, they come up and they get jumped into the barrio and they start wilding out. Because you know why? Because the big homie ain't going to tell me nothing because he's dead or he's busted, homie. You know what I'm saying? So you start making your own contributions. Start making your own decisions. Now you're running your neighborhood a different way. You get out, things are never the same, bro. You know? But it's crazy because, you know, these homies that are out there, you know, when they see a big homie come out, right away they want to pay homage. You know, oh, he did 10 years. Oh, he's the big homie, this and that. See, that's where prison, there's a balance in the streets, and people don't understand that. And I don't have to go to prison. We don't have to go to prison to understand that, because let me tell you something. Before you go to prison, where do you learn from? Pops, you know where you learn from? A guy has told you, bro.
Yeah, first, the streets. First.
The streets are the first perks of what's going on, man. You know what I mean? And then when you go to prison, you better turn it up. That's what they're expecting.
Yeah.
When your name's called, you better be. You know, that's what my older homeboys told me. Hey, dog, you represent this. When you go back in prison, when your name's called, homie, you better act on it. But since I was always the one that was, I already knew my enemies back in the days in the streets, bro, were the cops, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where it was, man. You know, the cops were my enemies.
Hey, you seen just even recently, it's been something going viral today with these cops. I don't know where it was, bro. They beat this dude down. They didn't know that someone was recording them. Though. It was just like some Rodney King stuff. Like they didn't know they were recording. I was like, wow, they was giving it to this dude, and he was white. That's the cold part. I think he was. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I was like, wow. And once they seen someone was recording them, they was like, oh,
right.
But man, it's still going on out here.
Well, they say, what's his name? That's just trying to do. Trying to be the sheriff. What's his name? Villanova. Yeah, he started all the gang. Their own little.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's just building.
We already know the sheriffs. They're the big man.
You know, the sheriffs are the worst.
Oh, they are the worst. That's the real gang of LA. The LA sheriffs, homie. They're the worst. You don't want no parts of them dudes.
And that's the reason why, bro. You have outages and people react towards cops, like my homeboy did 2 months ago when he shot those 2 cops in Armani, bro. You know what I'm saying? It happened. It was, you know, sometimes we don't know what's going to take place, and you don't know what a person's going through psychologically, you know, mentally. You know what I mean? They don't want to go into those kind of avenues, you know. They don't want to make a difference. They just want to say, oh, he's a suspect. He's in the motel. He's doing bad. Let's get him. You know what I mean? You don't know what he's going through. You don't know what that person's feeling. You don't know if he don't want to go back and if he has nothing to lose. And that's it. Sometimes, cops sometimes, you know, they have real bad names on their cells. I remember Rampart Division, right? You couldn't even trust.
LA is the worst, like you said, just like LA is the gang capital and the worst gangs. LA got the gang capital police and the worst police ever. They've been doing this, and it was like they were giving. See, I think what happened with the cops in LA and the sheriffs and the crash and all of these. See, they were It was like they were giving like a free reign to do because of the gang. So that was the excuse, and that was the free torch they were given to go all out. So they got comfortable and they got like spoiled as being assholes. Excuse my French. But if you're a gang member or they think you're a gang member, they feel they have the right to give you hell. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they are the worst, bro. These sheriffs, I remember it goes back. I mean, we've always had bad encounters. I go back to probably 12 years old. I had how the cops, man, followed us from like Rosemead all the way to El Sereno, pulled us out the car, laid us on our 13 years old, and then just, okay, when they find out you're not the suspect, okay, all right, no sorry, no nothing, all right. It's just like, man, it's all bad, bro. And this is the image we have of the police. That's why we never like them, bro. Exactly. And I know all cops aren't bad, but it's just we're programmed because this is how they do us, homie.
What it is also is because cops are there to make a difference, right? They're the law, right? And they hold the title, bro.
Yeah.
They're not using their acquisition and what their really remark is supposed to be. But then again, they're not taught or educated how to deal with mental.
They're not.
Drugs.
They're not.
So they're only there to get the bad guy, bro. But just because you do bad things doesn't make you a bad person, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, making a difference. They're there. The cops were there to make a difference. But allegedly, they're doing a bad job on this part of town. I don't know how every other.
And then that's another thing too. A lot of people say too. The problem is that, well, I guess nowadays it's hard for that. But back in the days, you would have people, the sheriff or police that police the communities were officers that grew up in those communities or were familiar. Nowadays, you get just people who come onto the force. They can be from way over here, 50 miles away, but they come and they get put in this area, so they don't know you. They don't care. And you're already a threat to them. They're already thought in their head that these guys are criminals. These are the worst gangbangers or whatever. So they don't care. You know what I mean? It's like they're not thinking of how to make a difference. Exactly. They just already see you as the enemy. So it's just like they're a gang too. We bang on each other.
Exactly.
Police is a gang. We're a gang to them. They're a gang to us. And that's how they look at it too.
It's true, bro. Hey, I don't mean to laugh though, but it's true, man. It's like Donald Trump. Homie. It's like Donald Trump having his children raised in Mar-a-Lago, bro, and he wants to be a sheriff.
Yeah. Donald Trump is oh my God.
You want to drop him in California, bro. Everybody's a target. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody's gonna, I'm gonna make a difference, Dad. Yeah, like, oh my God, treating people wrong, not understanding their political terms, their background, their life, their culture. I mean, that's why it's very important, man. That's why I like to say a lot
Facts.
of times now where people try to tell me, where you from? You know what, people? Let me tell you something, man. In those situations, man, when people tell me educate yourself, man, because I rather know when they say where you're from, I want to know and pay homage on my history, where my mom and my grandparents came
Right.
from. I know my grandfather, he's from Aguascalientes in Mexico. I don't know where my grandmother's at. I don't know her background and her history and where she's from. But these are the things how you make a difference. Somebody comes at you sideways, you got to know how to come back to them the other way, the opposite way, bro. You're trying to divert the situation. You're not trying to escalate. Hey, homie, where you from? Well, you know what? My grandfather was in Aguascalientes. My grandma was born here. So
Right.
I was born in Boyle Heights, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I'm a gang member.
But unfortunately, that's how they judge us, right? That's the first thing somebody want to know. Where you from, homie? Where you from? Before they know you, before anything, even before they think they can like you or like they get introduced to you, you know what I mean? Whatever the case, you may be a cool dude, whatever, but hey, before any of that, where you from, homie?
Well, they say, dog,
if you say the wrong thing, it's already hate. They don't even know. You could be the coolest dude or whatever, but if you say the wrong, it ain't got to be a gang wherever your neighborhood or wherever you city, they're gonna automatically You feel me?
It's just that's just the way life is. But see, it just takes one person, because I see people struggle, especially in my Black community, and they have people that were willing to take the stand and willing to say something, even if it cost their life, man.
But that's what it did though. The people that are willing, the people that can make a difference, they all been taken away, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If you want to make a difference, just be ready for the repercussions. Just because I could say something wrong right now, and somebody could twist it and change it into their wrong narrative. And I'm not even trying to say anything of that, because you want to know why? Because you were not listening from the beginning. If you're not listening from the beginning, don't listen for me in the beginning and cut it off. You got to listen in the middle. You got to listen in the end, because, we're trying to say something, honestly. I'm trying to give you guys my aspect and my point of view of just life itself. And I'm not saying I'm correctly right. I ain't saying I know everything. Hell, I ain't perfect. That's for damn sure. I'm far from it. That's my wife. No, I'm just playing it. But like I said, man, I'm just trying to make a difference any little way I can. People trying to make money. People try to make this, try to make that. I'm just trying to make a difference, man. Not that I don't want money. Not that I want that, but if I could change my mindset and make a difference, then money will come gradually.
Oh yeah, that money. Yeah, if you could be rich and if you could see. That's what people don't understand too, and that's the money you want anyway. If you could be rich in spirit, mind, body, and soul, the other stuff will come. Or if it don't come, you're fine anyway because you're rich in all these other areas that you're not worried about that so much, man. Once you're rich in all these other areas besides the money, man, you're good, homie. And the money and all that'll come because you're not worried about it. Once you're not worried about things, that's when they come. You're stressing it and praying and believing and envying money and all this, you're not gonna never get it that way, bro. Or if you do get it, it's not gonna be the right way. You want it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And when you get it that way, when it comes spiritually and how it's supposed to, that's how you want it, bro. And then it's not gonna be, you're not gonna worship it and look at it the same way. Anyway.
That's right. That's what I'm saying, man. The best way to walk a straight line from A to Z is walk a straight line. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying you're gonna have some ups and downs. But that's just a part of life, man.
I gotta check that out. Miss 702. Is that on YouTube?
Oh wow,
bad, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hold on, let me write that down real quick.
Yeah, I want to get that. Is that on YouTube, Miss 702? I want to look at that too. I love great documentaries.
Hold on,
I'm a documentary type of guy.
Police. Hey, did you have a chance?
Police gangs.
Hey, Pops, have you have a chance to see mine?
Oh, I seen that before. I already seen that, bro. Yeah.
Real talk, man. You can see a big.
Yeah. I'm already up on that. Oh, but that's what we got to do too. We said we were gonna do a show on that. We gotta remember that, bro, and bring that.
Right.
We gotta make that happen too.
You know what's funny? I got that. Thank you. You know what's funny? Now you can see the difference that I make from back then to where I'm at now, right, Pops?
Yeah, for sure.
It's big.
Oh yeah.
Big difference.
Difference.
When we put this out, man, you guys gonna see Big D was a totally different person, and I had to go through a lot and so did Pops, and a lot of us on here, we've been through a lot. That's just a part of life, people. You know what I mean? And making a difference can make you or break you. You know, especially when you're trying to do the good side, man. You know, you've been through hell and back. And I just want to encourage you guys, man. You know, whatever you guys been through, you continue to be, you know what I mean, a good existence of what you believe in and what you stand for, and use whatever you had bad in your life, use it for a positive, man. You know, that's the best way of making a difference. You know, it's just the best way, because tragedy and destruction comes in many ways, and it could come early and it could come late, you know. Like I said, once again, I'll say it, you know, I grew up without a father. You know, tragedy struck me when I was 6 months years old, because my dad wanted to go kick back with his homeboys in 1978, and he got killed, you know. So if you're struggling out there, man, if you're having...
The homie just said that right when you said that. He said, I'm still in the hood struggling. But you are not the hood, bro. You're in the hood, but you are not the hood, bro. It's about your mind state. And you can, you know, I'm not saying that like I got a magic wand, but you're in the hood, but it's about a mind state. You are not of the hood though, bro. You're from the hood. You know what I mean? That's where you come from and all that. But you know, because you wouldn't be on here with us. We've been interacting tonight, homie. So it's like you are not the hood, bro. You're in the hood, but you are not the hood. It's bigger. It's a bigger world. It's a big world out there, homie. Don't never be stuck in the hood. Don't let them think they could keep you stuck in the hood.
That's right. That's right, man. You know, and that's crazy, because, you know, I mean, if you're struggling in your hood, be an activist in your hood. That's how it starts, man. You know, if you're from a hood, you got your liquor stores, man. You got your this. You know, go up to the people who are struggling, man. It's small talk, man. There's small things in your community, man, and that builds your confidence. Help you. You know what I mean? That will show you what you need to go through and what you need to do. And then you start building your characteristics and building your enthusiasm, your positivity, man. And then God will show you the rest, man. Or whoever you believe in, you pay homage to, you know what I mean, will show you. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's been a crazy night, man. We said a lot.
Hey, it's been a great night, bro. You know what I love about this? We start off in a state, like we started off kind of modest and kind of cool, you know, but look, by the end of the show we turned it up, homie, and I think we really got...
What's up,
sorry, people, but I think we really got our message out there, man. Obviously, Cody Wood TV, what up? That's the homie.
Arrowhead, how you doing? Ernest Marquez, Miss 2. We see you guys, and we see you, man. You know, we see you. Positivity and love right here, man. The G-Lew show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, it was a good night, good topic, man. Maybe you want to break it down, so you know, because check it out, guys. I'm a football fan, man. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. We got to make a difference in our season this year. You know, last year we got robbed from the Super Bowls. We're gonna make a difference this year. We're gonna take the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's messed up. Why you laughing for, homie? You know, that's messed up.
Shout out to the Bengals, man. You know, but now we're gonna figure out like D said, you know, football season's coming up. Obviously, we're up on a Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. So we're gonna figure out a time that's best. How does football start next week, bro?
I think it's 2 weeks, right?
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay, so we'll be on another week. We're going to figure out a better time to come on. We don't want to interfere with anyone's football. Maybe we'll do it on Tuesday. Maybe we'll do it on Wednesday. We don't know. We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But we want to continue these topics, man. Let's talk about it. So help us out on that, people.
You guys like it, man? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it, man. Share it, you know what I mean? Share it, because, like I said, we're talking positivity stuff right here. Thank you, Megalicious. So vicious. Whoa.
So vicious. What up, man?
Vicious, man. How can you make a difference in that?
How can you make a difference when you're so vicious, Megalicious? Nah, that's the homegirl.
Oh my God,
shout out to Meg.
There you go. But like
that's
I said,
man,
right there. We appreciate you guys, man. And we're going to continue to rock it. You know, we're throwing nothing but solid rocks. You know, hey, man, if you guys have any questions or, you know, comments, leave them out there. You know, don't be shy. Don't, you know, there's never really a bad question, right? Unless you really got to say what you got to say. So, you know, appreciate you guys, man. Football's coming back. It's another great show, man. I appreciate this platform, man. I love the homie G-Lew right here. This is his show. You guys could check me out on the Big D. You know, I have my own show, Big D, Keeping It Real. Still learning, still growing. And but hey, I'm not in a hurry. You know, don't be in a hurry to change or to do anything, because it only makes you know, I mean, problems, man. To be honest with you, take your time with certain things, man. Make sure you guys, you know, give us a shout out, man. And like I said, you know, we're just growing right here in this platform, man. and it's all beautiful right here. It's all good.
Yes, sir.
It's all good.
It's all good in the hood, y'all. Thank you, everyone. Man, we had a great time tonight. Big D, G-Lew. Thank you for our sponsor, Street Level Clothing. Shout out to our producer, DD Hairston. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Megalicious, Elliot Delgado, Monica, DD. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Two Souls, man. Shout out to the homie Joe, Cody Wood TV, House of Tattoos, Ernesto. Everyone out there, man, we appreciate the love and support. It don't stop. We're not gonna miss 702. Shout out to my girl, Miss 702. You know, I love you, girl.
What about the homies staying solid from prison to the streets?
Oh,
man.
yeah, my boy, stay solid from the prison to the streets.
Hey,
that's
homie,
my boy.
struggle,
we got to
bro.
hook up with the homie. We're gonna do some work, bro.
Yeah. Hey, don't. I know you might feel like you're struggling, bro, but your name says it all. Stay solid from the prison to the streets.
The
homie.
streets.
Stay solid, dog. You know what I mean? Encourage yourself. Like I said, make a difference, man. Go out there and share it to the community, man. Straight
That
up.
part.
Appreciate you
That
guys,
part.
man. Appreciate you guys. But with that being said, all right, man, you know how it is. G-Lew, close us out, baby.
Look at my boy. Hey, man, much love and respect, everyone out there. Have a great rest of your week. And we'll be back next week, same time, same place, with a new episode, man. Peace and love, y'all. We are out of here. Big D, G-Lew. Let's talk about it. Peace.
Product of the night. Male balls wearing a black jacket, blue jeans, white gym shoes. Gang Product of the night.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Product of the night.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.